Hello people, just another thought for the day on homeschooling, and had an interesting conversation with a retired head teacher who I asked her views on what primary school should look like for the children, and she made me a list, and on that list was teaching the children morals and kindness and compassion and thoughtfulness and things like that we'd normally do in a morning assembly. Maths, English, science for primary age children especially are the three subjects that schools should focus on. And she's a strong believer in learning through play, through activity, through carrying on a project, doing things outdoors and adding to that project and building that project up. And so when my daughter was panicking about homeschooling my grandson, we had a conversation about that, and she's struggling with accessing the work that comes from school, as many parents probably are. She's struggling getting him to sit down and do that work, being at home. So we've set him off on a little project on something that he likes, something that takes his interest. He got to choose the subject, and he likes knights and castles, so that's good. So we've set him off on a project, and he's got little tasks to do each day. It involves reading, doing some research, writing that research out, and then showing that creatively with a drawing or making something, castle or something like that for his project. So that's got his interest. And sorry about the breathlessness, I'm out walking again, uphill. But and the other thing is, my daughter was complicating things too much. If you bake a cake with your child, that's maths, English, science. You get them to read the instructions, weigh out the ingredients, and then bake the cake. So yeah, anything, just be creative. I think one of my daughters is working from home. She works with some of the kids that struggle in school, and as I say, the parents are struggling to access their work online, and they don't always all have the equipment to do so, or print things off, things like that. So we have to get creative, and I just think this is a fantastic opportunity for parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, to teach our children the skills that they used to teach them at school but no longer do. The basic stuff, life skills, cooking, baking, building things, construction. My brothers were always taking old bike parts and building something new, or a go-kart or something. And I know you're not really supposed to go out, but those who are fortunate enough to have a garden, there's so much you can do. Kicking a ball around, Don't think that anything you do with your child that's play or activity isn't learning, because it is. Note to parents, very difficult being at home when you're not used to all being in the house together, and patience wear thin and routines get messed up. So just be cautious of what you're teaching your children about relationship, about who the mum and dad are, because that's how they'll set their standards in the future. And I see so many posts now, people talking about driving each other mad, and I guess that it's a good opportunity for them not to run away from each other and have to stand and sort things out. And I hope that is the case in most cases, that parents do see past the difficulties and have enough time together in the house, confined, to work through those problems and rediscover each other, and hopefully do the parenting together. What an opportunity. I know my son-in-law, he likes to just be the breadwinner, go out to work and everything, but I just see it as an opportunity, so I hope you do too. And back to the homeschooling, don't stress about it. There's loads of different things, loads of fun you can have. teaching your children, you know, get off your phone, get out in the garden, get in the kitchen, look on Google, YouTube for experiments you can do with your children. You can have great fun. So yeah, enjoy, people.